Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next folktale stories like this. This is a story of an African chief who challenged the ancestors. Part 2. Theme: Pride, Ancestral Justice, and Redemption. The ground trembled as the African chief, Chief Obierika's blade struck the sacred shrine. A deep roar echoed through the forest, not from any animal, but from the earth itself. The torches went out. The air turned cold like harmattan wind. Then, from the darkness, came voices, hundreds of them, whispering in unison, "The bond is broken. The living has forgotten the dead." Obierika stumbled back, his warriors trembling. One of them dropped his torch and ran, but before he reached the trees, the shadows swallowed him whole. The chief shouted, "Show yourselves, if you dare. I am the ruler of Akwete Kingdom." Suddenly, a bright flame appeared in front of him, and out of it stepped the old man from the palace, his eyes burning with light. But this time, there were others behind him, ancient chiefs and kings, their faces stern, their bodies half shadow, half fire. The old man spoke in a voice that shook the leaves from the trees. "Obierika, son of Azudo, we gave your fathers the staff of leadership. You were meant to serve, not to rule in arrogance." The chief knelt, his pride melting into fear. "Forgive me, ancestors. I did not mean to offend." The spirits circled him. "You have mocked our names. You have broken the covenant. The land now suffers because of your pride." Obierika's voice cracked. "Tell me what to do, I will make it right." But the ancestors said nothing. Instead, the ground opened beneath his feet, and a wave of glowing dust rose into the air. The forest whispered, "Justice has begun." And in an instant, Chief Obierika vanished into the earth. At dawn, the people of Akwete Kingdom found the sacred grove in ruins. The shrine was gone. The trees had turned to ash. The chief's warriors were missing. Only Ezenwa, the priest, stood at the edge of the forest, holding his staff and crying softly. He told the people, "The ancestors have taken the chief into the spirit world for judgment. We must cleanse the land before it is too late." The villagers gathered at the river with white chalk and palm wine. They sang old songs and begged for forgiveness. For 7 days and 7 nights, no wind blew, no bird sang. Then, on the 8th night, a strange thing happened. A bright fire appeared on the sacred hill, and a figure walked out of it. It was Chief Obierika, but he was not the same. His hair had turned white as snow, his eyes glowed faintly like the moon. He walked slowly to the palace square, surrounded by silence. The people gasped, some ran in fear. Ezenwa approached carefully. "My chief, you have returned from the world of spirits. What did they say to you?" Obierika's voice was weak, but heavy with sorrow. "They showed me the faces of our ancestors, those who built this land with their blood and sweat. I saw how their blessings fed our harvests, how their prayers kept our warriors safe. And I saw how my pride brought darkness to them all." He fell to his knees and said to the people, "I thought I was greater than the spirits. But now I know a tree cannot grow taller than its roots." Tears fell from his eyes and turned to dust as they touched the ground. The chief ordered a great cleansing of the land. The villagers rebuilt the shrine and brought new offerings. Goats were sacrificed, drums were played, and songs of forgiveness filled the air. Ezenwa led the prayers. "May the hearts of the living remember the wisdom of the dead. May pride never again blind our eyes to truth." As they finished, thunder rolled gently, but this time, it was not angry. The wind carried the scent of new rain, the crops began to grow again. Children laughed once more. Peace returned to Umuse. Chief Obierika spent the rest of his days serving with humility, teaching his people that leadership was not power, but service guided by wisdom. Years later, when Chief Obierika died, his spirit joined the circle of ancestors under the sacred Iroko tree. And whenever the drums beat at night, the people would say, "That is Obierika reminding us that no man is greater than his ancestors." Moral lessons of this story: 1. Pride blinds the heart and destroys the blessings of the ancestors. 2. A true leader listens to wisdom, not just power. 3. The bond between the living and the ancestors must always be respected. 4. Humility is the path to peace. If you enjoyed this story, remember the wisdom of our ancestors still speaks today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful African folktales of wisdom, justice, and love. Stay tuned for next week's tale, another journey into the heart of African legend.